Good day, sir. I am James Carl Balatero from BSMT 2 Betelgeuse. I'm here to explain my answer on CO2 assessment of Sim4 LEC. So, at the task number 1, outline the procedures in conducting a close-up survey. The given is the ship built of 2012. So, my answer is close up. So here's my answer. Close up survey. The ship is 9 years old and it will proceed to 10 years. So the special survey to be used is the special survey number 2. So proposed location and extent of close up surveys as follow. So I've already know the age of the ship, so we can identify which special survey we're going to use. So we are just going to look at the Lloyd's register requirement and use the special survey number 2, and I just copy what's on the table. So for the proposed location, first is all web frame rings in a wing ballast tank, if any, or a cargo wing tank used primarily for water ballast. So number 2 of the proposed location is one deck transverse A in each of the remaining ballast tank, if any, in a cargo wing tank, in 2 cargo sentry tanks. So that's also to be checked. And both transverse bulkheads in a wing ballast tank, if any, or cargo wing tank used primarily for water ballast. So it is to be checked because it is used primarily for water ballast. So number 4, one transverse bulkhead in each of the remaining ballast tank, if any, in a cargo wing tank, in 2 cargo sentry tanks. And number 5 for the proposed location, selected cargo hold, hatch covers and coamings, plating and stiffeners. Number 6 for the proposed location, selected areas of deck plating inside line of hatch, openings between cargo hold hatches. So that is my answer on task number 1, of which is to make a close-up survey for a ship which built on 2012. So it is a 9 years old ship and to be proceeding to 10 years. So task number 2, thickness measurement. The ship is 9 years old proceeding to 10 years. Because so this was also going to use the special number 2. So it is the same given, and we're just going to make the thickness measurement plan. So the proposed location and extent thickness measurement are as followed. So 1, within the cargo tank length. A, each deck plate. B, one transverse section. So this see to note number 6. So in note number 6, you can see all the definition or all that is needed. Number 2, measurements for general assessment and recording of corrosion pattern of the structural member subject to close-up survey in accordance with Table 3.72, Table 3.3, and Table 3.7.4 or Table 3.7.5. That's all the table. And number 3 for the thickness measurement, selected wind and water strakes outside the cargo tank length. And for critical areas as required by the surveyor. So surveyor. So if they are going to require what they say is area where there is a critical for the, as in corrosion is happening. So task number 3, thickness measurement plan for bottom structure with substantial corrosion. So I'm only tasked to give 2. So structural member bottom plating, extent measurements pattern measurements. So if the extent measurements for the bottom plating is minimum of 3 bays across tank including aft bay. Measurement around and under all suction strums. Then the pattern of measurements is 5-point pattern for each panel between longitudinal and webs. Number 2, bottom longitudinal. Longitudinal. So minimum of 3 longitudinal in each bay where bottom plating measured. So the pattern measurement is 3 measurements in line across flange and 3 measurements on vertical web. Then task number 4, thickness measurement for shell and longitudinal bulkhead with substantial corrosion. So the structural member that I choose, so deck head and bottom strakes in a way of stringer platforms. Number 2, all other strakes. So and the extent measurements, plating between each pair of longitudinal in a minimum of 3 bays, and plating between every third pair of longitudinal in same 3 bays. Pattern of measurement, single measurement, and single measurement also for the all other strakes. So that is all, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I am James Carl Balatero from BSMT to Betelgeuse.